Hi, Messina. Good evening. How are you?
Good evening, Ashutosh. I'm doing great. Can't complain. What about you?
I'm always fantastic, as usual. Thanks for asking. So, thanks for joining me today on my YouTube channel. As you're joining me for the first time on my YouTube channel, would you mind introducing yourself, please?
Sure. As you know that my name is Mohsina. I hail from Assam and I have completed graduation. I hold a B.Ed degree. Moreover, I'm a homemaker, mother to two kids. Furthermore, I'm an enthusiastic English learner. I have one YouTube channel by the name English with Mohsina, and I guide some learners. It's been 1 year. I have been guiding some beginners and lower intermediate learners. This is all about me in a nutshell. Thank you.
Oh, that's great to hear. So, now the question goes to you related to your place. As you said, you are from Assam. So, were you born and raised in Assam?
Yeah, I was
Oh,
born
that's
and
great.
yeah,
Okay. So, how's the weather in Assam nowadays?
it is quite silly. I can say that few days ago it was freezing, but nowadays it is quite sunny, but still it is moderate. As you can see that now I'm wearing sweater.
Oh, okay. So yes, same here. It's not that cold. It was in January, but it's still cold, so I don't have to take it lightly. Otherwise, I'll catch cold.
Yeah, it is good. I enjoy this kind of weather. It is pleasant.
Okay. But I don't like, to be honest, winters because I need to be pretty careful. Otherwise, I'll get cold. And I'm not good at taking care of myself as I live alone. So that's why I always like summers so I can be more productive. But of course, sometimes in summers, it's very difficult. Mosquitoes are making trouble a lot. And sometimes it's very hot that you cannot sleep properly. But in winters, you can sleep for hours and hours without taking breaks. So that
Yeah.
is a good thing about the winter. But I don't like it because I sleep a lot in winters. But in summers, at least I don't. So what
Mm,
about you?
that's true. I can say that I enjoy winter, but in the morning time, I love to snuggle with the or inside the blanket. That is the only issue I'm facing. And as now, as I have become YouTuber, I need to connect to people. I need to create the content. So my concern was from the beginning when the winter began. I thought that anyhow I have to keep myself warm. So what I do, I try to cover my throat and putting the like socks, and it's good so far. I did not catch cold and cough. I'm having
Yeah,
warm.
exactly. Yeah, that's what it is. So you need to take care of yourself a lot if you want to avoid cold. That's what it is. But in summers, you don't need to worry a lot. Wear anything, whatever you want.
But I don't like sweating. I sweat like hell in winter summer season. That's why I don't like summer. And it is not
Okay.
that much cold here in Assam. I can say that it's moderate, 10, 15, 16, like that. It is not like minus or 4 5 degree. So it is not bone chilling cold here.
Yeah, same here in UP. It's not that cold. Of course, it's
Okay.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8 degree, but nowadays it's quite normal, 18 or 20 degree centigrade. So we are heading towards the summer now. As it is
Mm.
February, maybe in March it would be completely summer.
Mm. I have been to Uttar Pradesh, Jhansi, in 2022.
I see.
Jhansi, yeah.
Mhm.
And I have
Okay.
heard one of my students. Although she is living here, but she is basically from Uttar Pradesh, and she was telling me you can't bear the cold in Uttar Pradesh. It is too cold. It is cold than Assam. She was like saying like that.
Maybe she's right because sometimes it's really, really cold and it's very difficult to bear. Even the temperature does not go into the minus, but cold is different, okay? That you cannot bear it. So sometimes, actually, if I will talk about the summer, sometimes there is a summer and sometimes there is a humid summer, right? So even though the
Mm.
temperature is high in dry summers, but humid summers are very difficult. Same here in UP, the temperature is not very down with the winters. Maybe it is not minus 10 or minus 15, but even though if it is 2 degrees 3 degrees centigrade, it's very difficult to, I would say, suffer, or it's very difficult to survive in those winters, I would say. But I don't know, I did not go to Assam, so I don't know, I cannot do comparison between both, but of course it's pretty cool here as well. Okay. So as you told me about your degree that you did your B.Ed, that Bachelor of Education. So how was your experience doing B.Ed and what did you learn in it?
My experience was quite good in that time because I was quite matured in that time. When we pursue our higher secondary or in schooling, we are not that much mature. So I found one teacher who was so like good. He motivated us. Even I got good marks. I got first class in B.Ed. I still remember that the teacher, he would tell that Mohsina, you are going to secure the first class, and which motivated me to study hard. And I studied hard. I got good mark in B.Ed, and I learned the practical thing as well because that is teacher training, right? So I had to go to
Mhm.
the school to do the practical thing. So I have learned how to teach from that time. Although I don't teach in any school, but I do have two kids. So far, I didn't send them to any kind of tuition center. I teach them. My son is in class 5 and he studies in English medium school. So it has helped me because I entirely studied in vernacular medium in Assamese medium school and college till my graduation. So when I
Mhm.
pursued my B.Ed, I had to write in English. So for that reason,
Oh.
my writing skill improved. Although I was not able to speak, one day it happened that there was one orientation program and I had to
Mhm.
speak about one topic, but I couldn't speak. But I learned how to write in English because my exams I had to write in English. So it has helped me.
Okay, so you did your Bachelor's of Education in English. Medium was English, right?
Yeah, BA, after graduation, what we do, it does not matter. I think we need to do in English medium only.
But I think here in Uttar Pradesh we can do B.Ed in Hindi as well.
Oh no, I think here in Assam we need to do in English only. So it was not my choice. I had to do anyhow in English. And it helped me. Before that, I had the choice. So in my graduation, I had the political science major and I took one major subject. I thought that, okay, let's write in English. But I couldn't write. It was not my cup of tea and I left it. But later on, when I pursued B.Ed, I didn't have any kind of option. So I
Yeah.
burnt midnight oil and I got good marks.
Oh, that's great. Exactly. When we don't have any choice, it is compulsory for us to work really hard and do something. But when we always, even though if there are choices, then always we choose our own language. Maybe you would choose Assamese and I would choose Hindi, right? So that's why I like talking to people who do not know Hindi, and they just who do not know Hindi and I don't know their language. If I'm talking to
Yeah,
someone from Tamil Nadu, then it is compulsory for me to speak 100% English because they
yes,
cannot understand Hindi and I cannot understand Tamil. Sometimes they will speak in Tamil words also, but I cannot understand. I will try to make them understand in Hindi, but they can't. So
mm,
I try my level best to find some friends with whom I
yes,
can express my thoughts in English only, even though if I get stuck. So that's what I did in the beginning of my journey, and that helped me. Because
mhm.
if I'm talking to someone from Rajasthan, from Uttar Pradesh, from Delhi, then after few minutes when I get stuck, I'll start speaking with them in Hindi.
Yeah, we switch our language, right?
Yes, exactly. It's very
Mhm.
difficult to come out from your comfort zone when somebody knows your own language.
But
Okay.
I do have some friends with whom I
Mhm.
have been practicing more than 1.5 year, but they can speak Hindi or they can speak Urdu. But as we started our journey of learning this language, we didn't start from the Hindi. So I can say that 98% we speak in English only. We don't switch to our mother tongue or Hindi.
Yeah, that is also the one thing. When you are connecting to someone through English, then you would
Yes,
stick to that language. Okay.
yes,
But if your friend is there with whom you
yes,
used to talk in Assamese always, it would be very difficult to switch the language. And he
definitely.
would not be comfortable even though you would not be comfortable. Like,
Mm,
let's suppose my mother is there. If I want to speak English with my mother, she wouldn't be comfortable at all. Okay. Never
mm,
ever. So that's how it is. So but yeah, but if you're making some friends with you with whom you're speaking in English only, then rarely you would speak with them in Hindi or Assamese, right? So that's what, even though I felt I don't feel comfortable if somebody says, if I'm talking to you in English, And if you would say something in Hindi, I would be blank that what should I say to you in Hindi, because I started talking to you in English and there is a bonding in English only. So mind is
Mm,
getting this instruction that we have to speak in English with this person, right?
true, true, true. Exactly. Mm,
Yeah.
I do agree.
Okay. So moving on to another question, as you said about your teaching and just you learned B.Ed degree. So tell me something about in the brief that which activity, as you did training, so which method did you like a lot? Because it is teacher training, right? So they teach
Mm,
a lot of methods to us that how can you deal with the students. So which
mm,
method did you like a lot? Because there in teaching, this is the one side teaching. The teacher comes to the class and he teaches and he goes. But some teachers
mm,
are very practical. They give chance to the students and class becomes interactive, that they give chance to every single student to stand up and just speak on it. So what method did you like a lot as a student, as a trainer?
mhm. Although it was a long back because I completed my B.Ed, it was in 2010. But still, I remember that there were some methods, like lecture method, we know that it is common, right? So that is the
Mhm,
method actually, it is not that much beneficial. And what I
mhm,
observed that how even I, being an adult, how I learn more by visualizing. So
mhm,
visualization method I like, it becomes effortless to remember when we connect something with the picture. So that is the
mhm,
method I like. When I teach student, I feel like that I should show that thing. For example, if I teach a small child, in this how even
mhm,
the teacher, and these days in schools also they teach, for example, it is a dog, then they show the picture, it is a dog, right? Not only that, see
mhm,
what is a dog means dog, like that, no, they will show that it is a apple, so this is the picture of apple. And this how the children learn. So for adult students as well, if we can visualize, if we can show the picture. And nowadays digitalization is there, right? So we have the
mhm.
digital board, so we can show the picture. So if I become a teacher in a school, I would like to show them that okay, today we are going to talk about this thing, and I will show the picture on digital board. And that's how I would like to teach, and it is the good method in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. That's a practical thing. Actually, that is the right way to learn the language. Because if you are saying changing Hindi into English, that is translation. Better to just show them a picture and tell this is a dog. That's why
Right.
nowadays the kids are able to understand this is a dog because they learned this is a dog, right? But they don't know the translation, right? So that's how it is. So directly we should teach them. And what kind of classes I would prefer as a trainer and teacher, that give chance to the students as well to express themselves, and sometimes ask them to prepare the topics of their own choice and come on the stage and come on the just you come in the front of the students and present yourself. My teacher was there and he used to give us chance to teach like my classmates, to few of them. It was difficult, to be honest, and we were not able to do it, but it was a very nice experience, I would say. He was giving
Mhm.
us a chance to feel like a trainer and teacher, that how it, just you can just when you are in front of 30 people, 20 people, what kind of feeling you get. So all these things are very important, and once teacher gives such kind of opportunities to students, they develop the teaching and training skills in themselves, right? So all these things are
Right.
very important, but some teachers are not at all interested in students. They come with their topic, they teach and they go.
Yeah. I can say, I want to say one thing, that that is the communication skill. Even I didn't get this kind of opportunity, even in my B.Ed as well. Only one day that orientation program was organized, I told you. But we also didn't get that privilege to talk in front of the teachers that, okay, come out from your comfort zone. It does not matter how many sentences you know, just express yourself without thinking about making mistakes. I myself also did not get this opportunity, but ever since I started learning this language, I realized one thing, that no one is perfect, but just we need the person with whom we can be approachable. We can approach this person, and we should get the stage and privilege to express ourselves. And communication skill, I didn't know about these things, as you have mentioned, that body gesture, then facial expression, eye contact. Now I also know that we shouldn't talk like this, but these are the things we have not been taught in our school. So even few days ago, not few days, I think few months ago, I spoke to the vice principal of the school, of my children's school. I told that it does not matter how many percentage my children get, but they should be able to talk in front of the people. So please conduct some kind of sessions where they can speak. It may be any topic: father, school, traveling, what are your hobbies, talk about your parents, simple, at least for 1 minute, two sentences. Give them opportunity, let them make mistakes, and encourage them to do better for the next time. And if they get this kind of opportunity from now on, they will not suffer those kind of problem whatever I have suffered. Now I have
Mhm.
learned, ever since I started, I began my journey of learning this language, I have also spoken to many people, and that's a, I have developed my confidence. Now I feel comfortable and talk. But earlier I was a diffident person where I had to talk in front of the public. I always stay away from that situation. But now you will not believe, maybe, that wherever I get the opportunity, I just grab it from my by my two hands and I speak. I don't care about my making mistakes. And in this how I spoke to my children's teachers through audio call. I spoke to my children's principal sister physically. I was so nervous at the first day, but I told myself that go and speak. That's how you can become confident. And now I can talk to them. I can say that hours and hours in English. And one day I got the opportunity to talk in front of my children's, many like teachers and other parents were also there. Almost 50, 60 people were there. And I spoke in English on microphone. I was quite nervous, but I told it's okay. Those people who are sitting, maybe some people are gonna judge you if you make mistake, but just stand up. Don't think about it. It is your opportunity. Now, if you don't grab it, you will stay in the same position. You will feel comfortable, but you will not improve. That's how I'm taking the initiative now. Yeah.
Exactly. So all these activities are really important. Even though I was really shy going on a stage. I didn't try. I told my housemasters and the teachers that, oh, sorry, sir, don't give me an opportunity to go on a stage. But now I understand. Even though in few coaching institutes also, if they are learning spoken English, then also they come, they teach translation, they teach vocabulary, but they do not invite kids or students to come on a stage and speak about it, and they do not give more time to speaking. So that's what I feel, it is a spoken English, and why you are teaching them a lot of things which are not really important for spoken English. The spoken means you need to give them chance to speak, right? So all these activities, and of course this seems to be easy, but you are right, it is very, very difficult. Right now I'm able to speak, maybe I feel now it's easy and I can, everybody can do it, but it's very difficult because you need to go through a lot of practice. Okay, you do not get words. I don't get word, of course, if I'm speaking in someone who is a professional or very good speaker. So it happens, but only we need to do that practice, and we need to come out from that fear of judgment. Then it is
Mhm.
possible only. Because even though what I have seen in my school, there would be only one or two students, they would come on a stage, they would give a speech. Or if somebody new boy just goes on a stage, people would laugh, ha ha ha, like, so they will just demotivate him. They will not
Yes.
appreciate that man, he has, of course, just tried to go on a stage at least. So all these things
Yeah.
are there, but you're right. So for spoken English, it is very important to give an
Yes.
opportunity. And being a trainer also, I make mistakes. It does not mean that I'm trainer, that I'm just someone who does not make any mistakes. Okay. So that's why we have to give them this positive attitude to the learners, that you should be ready to make mistakes. Don't care about the mistakes, but try to improve your confidence. That is very
Yes.
important.
And we need to scrutinize that where we are making mistake. We have to evaluate our progress. It's okay, I feel that it's okay to make mistake, but I should not make the same mistakes repeatedly. And that's the reason I always prefer to get the feedback. If I talk to someone and if the person tells me that, Mohsina, you need to work on there, then I keep practicing that thing, particularly for a couple of days, or maybe till that time I can't rectify, and that's how I'm improving. I was also not like this before, and now I have improved, but still I know that there are so many rooms I need to work on, and I have been trying to work on that. And as you have mentioned, that is the thing, translation method. That is the thing I never liked. because I feel that language is a natural thing. If I
Mhm.
just memorize certain sentences, Hindi to English, what happens that while talking, see, right now I didn't think that these are the questions you are gonna ask. So if I
Mhm.
had memorized some of the sentences, how would how would have I spoken, right? It was not
Yes.
possible for me. So you are asking question to me randomly or spontaneously, and I am also speaking randomly and spontaneously. How it has become, like, how is it possible? Because I think in my mind in English. And what I believe that if we want to learn a language, then we need to immerse with this language. See, my daughter, she's 6 years old and she can speak four languages. Even I can also speak four languages. How? Because Assamese and Bengali, we have the environment in our surrounding. We get the surrounding, we listen to Assamese and Bengali, and we speak. That's how we learn. And when it comes to Hindi, even my daughter, she has learned by watching cartoons and other shows. And now she started speaking and she can speak Hindi 100%, although Hindi is our third language. And now, how she has learned English, because she studies in English medium school and she gets the
Mhm.
environment in school. Simultaneously, I talk to my children most of the time in English. I am trying to create the
Mm.
environment. So I know that we don't feel comfortable talking in English, but if I want to make it effortless, if I want to become fluent in this language, I need to create the environment. And once I do it regularly, slowly and gradually, it becomes subconscious and it becomes effortless as well. And then we don't need to translate anything. And I have heard from many people as well, they say that I am fluent, but what happens if someone asks me something? At first, I think in my mind in Hindi, then I translate it, and then I speak. So, when we make any kind of habit from the beginning, it becomes daunting to eradicate that problem. So, from the beginning, it is my opinion that I should listen English content. It may be movies or what kind of genre I like. If I immerse, if I watch that how they are pronouncing, how they are making sentences, even like any words. And mostly for some days I'm trying to watch some movies even though I don't have much time because it takes 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours. But I can learn many vocabulary, many phrases, how they're speaking. So it helps a lot. Yeah, it is difficult to feel comfortable, but we need to come out from our comfort zone. Once we make the habit of watching, then naturally we can learn any language, not only English. If I now go to southern part and if I stay there for a couple of years, then I will be able to speak naturally Tamil maybe or Malayalam or any Telugu language. How? By listening to people, by speaking like this way. So we need to create the environment.
Yeah, exactly. We need to take an interest also because, as you said, many people are living in the USA, but they are not able to speak English because they are not taking interest at all, right? So, even though if you're living in the South India, but if you're not interested, then after 10 years also you cannot speak that language. It's all about taking interest, right? I'm living in India, I'm living in a just small city, but I can speak because I took interest in the language, right? Many people are living in Canada, even though I trained them and they are not able to speak English, right? Because they did not take any interest. So it's all about the passion. And second thing you said about the feeling comfortable, even though when I started using this aspects, I was not comfortable at all, right? I would feel like it's really awkward and how should I do it? But now if I remove my specs, I feel like this is the part of the body and I feel like I'm not complete, right? So only this is the actually the habit when I started keeping just putting on this just specs. So now I feel like it's the part of the body and I feel incomplete if I go somewhere without my specs. So the same with any language. If you start anything in the beginning, you would be uncomfortable, you would feel really awkward, but literally you will become habitual with it and it will become the part of your body, it will become the part of your mind like that.
Yeah, yeah, it happens in everything. When we do something new in life, then we don't feel comfortable. Then we need to put in hard work. Then slowly and gradually it becomes our habit and it becomes effortless as well. That's the thing I have realized. I couldn't speak in English, I can say it in 2021, even one single sentence as well. But because I practice, that's why now I can talk. I am not saying that I'm perfect, I make mistakes, but I can convey my message. I have spoken to native speakers as well, I have spoken to many people. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Of course, practice makes progress. That's what I believe in. Yes, everything is possible if you are interested in it and if you are ready to put efforts. So, yes,
Mm.
okay. Thank you so much. Many, many thanks to you, Messina, ma'am. It was really nice talking to you. And all the best. Keep practicing, keep providing a great environment to your kids so they can speak the language confidently. That is only
Mhm.
the way. Okay, bye bye. Take
Thank
care.
you so
See
much,
you
Ashut.
later.
Yeah. Bye bye.